if you have a community and you're growing and you're trying to build your business, inevitably it will happen that you'll have challenges with your customers. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Conscious Counsel podcast with your host and lawyer, Cory Sterling. That's me. As always, my promise in recording the Conscious Counsel podcast is to help you protect and grow your wellness business with both confidence and clarity. And I know that you, the health and wellness business owner, don't understand all of the legal challenges that relate to your business, and that's why I record these episodes. Now, one thing that's really important for me when I choose what topics I want to discuss is reflecting on what are the biggest struggles or issues I see my clients going through legally, what are the areas where they don't have any information or really understand anything about the law, and what is a practical topic that I can introduce to help support you, the listener. And this week, we've got a doozy, because in the span of 2 weeks, I think I had 4 different cases of clients who are either studio owners or who have online communities where they were having issues where they either wanted to kick out a member or they wanted to kick out someone from their online community because that person was speaking badly about them, the studio owner or a teacher at the studio or the host of an online community. Now, legally, this is a very, very important issue because when you have the right agreements, it's really, really simple and easy to deal with this issue. So if you have industry-specific legal agreements that are tailored to your business, the expectations that you have of the people that you're working with before you allow them to work with you, whether that's them coming to your studio or to your gym or joining your online community or doing your online course, whatever it is, when you have them sign an agreement beforehand that explains the behavioral expectations that are relevant for the relationship, and they break those behavioral expectations, it's done. It's simple. It's easy. We take care of it. We love it. And if this is your first time listening to the podcast, you can go check out the first episode I ever recorded about legal position, because this is the classic situation where if you have your agreements done properly beforehand, what seems like your world falling apart and you not sleeping and you crying, and I know those things are going to happen to you because I experienced them with my clients many, many times, especially over the last couple of weeks. If you have the agreement in place beforehand, this is chuck, piece of cake, very easy. Conversely, if you do not have behavioral expectations outlined in your agreements with your clients and your community, this will become a nightmare. This will be something that you do not enjoy going through. It becomes a major problem, and it's something that you will not enjoy. Also, to the degree that you have industry-specific agreements drafted by Conscious Counsel, I can help you a lot more and a lot easier. And if you're just using something from ChatGPT or a template, it's going to be very, very difficult to help. So of the 4 stories that I went through over the last couple of weeks, it's all the same story, and I can just basically share it with you here. In all of the situations, either a studio or a gym or an online community or an online course community had a member who, in a generous word, we could call unstable. I'm sure everyone has dealt with someone in their business before, someone who's, emotionally unstable and challenging and not rational and not reasonable and not willing to listen to reason, who sort of takes over the group and starts posting a lot or starts talking with a lot of other members. And they're not just talking about the weather. A lot of the times they're making allegations against you. They're trying to bring other people against you or your studio or your instructors. They're trying to say that you copied information, that you lied, that you misled people, that they're going to say all of these terrible things to you. And funny's not the word, but it does happen often that I'm speaking to clients and I'm like, look, you just have to realize that this happens to everyone and not to take it personally. So it's not funny. And I also observe that from my clients, they react in a very, very, very sensitive to this because it's your community, it's your baby, it's your business. So if someone's messing with your kid, obviously you want to stand up for your kid and do everything that you can. And the same thing goes with your business. And in each of these situations, our clients did not have agreements that outline the behavioral expectations of what it means for someone to enter your studio or what it means for someone to participate in your online community. And then the first step always that all of the entrepreneurs want to do is they want to help, because we work in health and wellness. And for the most part, we're lovely people and we want to help other people. So you try helping these people, but they're unreasonable, they're irrational, they're highly emotional, they're unstable, and you're not going to be able to help them. And eventually it might seem like you're helping them, but at some point it's going to flip. And once it flips, then they're ripping you apart, tearing you down in front of everyone, saying all these terrible things. And then you call me or send me an email and I hop on a call with you and you're emotionally distraught and we have to figure a way to work through this. So as a lawyer, I'm just going to explain the process of how it works, because it always works the same way. There's a member of your studio who's acting inappropriately, saying bad things about you or the studio or one of your teachers, or in your online community, someone's doing something bad, saying something bad, posting inappropriate messages, stealing your content, whatever it is. When you have a legal agreement that outlines and communicates expectations openly and honestly, including behavioral expectations, either in online forums or in speaking with other members of your community, you can say, hey, you're not allowed to say anything that's untrue. You're not allowed to defame or diminish our brand or our business. Just reasonable stuff. Be respectful, no discriminatory language, no hateful language. All of those things should be in an agreement. And let's say you've done it beforehand, it's taken care of. Someone does this, boom, they're out. You kick them out immediately. You can send a message to the whole group, hey, we've had to ask one of our members to leave. They clearly violated the agreement that all of you have signed. And it's our responsibility as facilitator to make sure that this is a safe space and that everyone feels comfortable. Full stop. There's no question. Can I remove them? Am I allowed to? What if there's reaction? What if there's backlash? Legally, you need a strong legal position. When you have a customized, industry-specific legal agreement for you and your business, you can kick these people out immediately. In a few of the examples that I've gone through the past weeks, when people do not have these agreements in place, the first issue, and this is the most sickening one, is there are worries or concerns about if you can actually kick this person out or not. Legally, am I allowed to? They've paid me money. They're expressing their opinions in the group. Okay, it's hurtful towards me, but was there any legal implication of what happened if someone said something untrue or hurtful or anything like that? And obviously, everyone is afraid of legal repercussions. Oh, okay, well, I'm kicking this person out. And now what happens? Are they allowed to come back to me? Do I have any recourse? What does all of that sort of stuff look like? And when you don't have the specifics of the legal agreement in place, your ability to be firm and quick and solid in your decision is significantly limited. Conversely, when you do have an agreement in place, in which case of the 4 instances that I went through in the past couple of weeks, one of them was with a client who I myself drafted the agreement for the community expectations. Boom, one email. Hey, Cory, I'm having a problem with someone. I was able to respond to that email. And what do I say every time? You can say it along if you're listening. I say, send me a copy of the signed agreement. Law is so simple. It's so simple. Send me a copy of the signed agreement. I requested a copy of the signed agreement. I had it. Behavioral expectations were listed. The person sent me a screenshot of the troublesome community member violating the agreement. And I just said, send me their email address. Person X, you have been removed from the group. You violated provision X. In the event that there's any form of retaliation, we reserve the right to counterclaim plus damages plus fees. And they've breached the agreement, so it's very, very easy. And then the situation's done. In the 3 situations where we did not have that, it was a long, drawn-out, challenging process. And the clients came back to purchase agreements afterwards, which is why you always want to get things done beforehand. You want to be proactive with law. You want to make sure that you have agreements set up from the beginning that protect you, because if you don't, and you use ChatGPT or use a template, there will be a time in the future where there's a problem, where you're going to need specific legal guidance tailored to your business and a lawyer who understands the industry. And at that point, the problem is going to happen. You're not going to be able to deal with the problem effectively. And then you're going to end up getting the agreements anyways, because you need the agreements. So I hope that all of this makes sense. And really, my intention in sharing this is that you don't make the same mistake and that you don't go through this problem, because this is the truth. If you have a community and you're growing and you're trying to build your business, inevitably it will happen that you'll have challenges with your customers. If you have an online community or an online group, or you sell an online course or something, it is inevitable. It will happen. The question is, what do your legal agreements say? And are they drafted specific to your business? And are they done properly right from the start? So, in summary, in this episode, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the risks of having a community. And one of those risks being that people can speak poorly of you, they can speak poorly of your business, they can speak poorly of your employees or contractors. And you want to be able to cut them out immediately and very, very quickly, and to be able to do so knowing that you have airtight legal position. The way that you do that is by having whatever agreements you have, making sure you have behavioral expectations that are included and listed, and that if there's a problem, you just send me an email immediately. Hey, Cory, I'm having a problem with this person. I want to kick them out of my community. I'm going to say, perfect, send me a copy of the signed agreement. You send it to me. It's something that we did. Send me a screenshot of them breaking it. It's finished. If you don't have a screenshot, you get, I don't know, some sort of evidence or support from other members or someone else who might have heard something, and you send that information to us. And I share this with you because you don't have to make the same mistake that other people make. This is the sign you're looking for. If you have a community, let's protect it properly, and just always make sure that you make things contractual provisions. Behavioral expectations can be contractual provisions so that if someone breaks it, you have recourse. And if someone breaks it, you have strong legal position. And if someone breaks it, you can kick them out immediately. That is all that I want for you. If you've enjoyed this podcast episode, please go to Instagram and follow us at consciouscounsel. And whatever it is that you do, make sure you work with a lawyer who loves you. Peace.